I don't know, this is just a random video. I was just feeling very witchy. I just kind of wanted to kind of represent what it feels like. I don't know. Maybe I should do videos on the elements, right? This is kind of like, it just reminded me of like Queen of Pentacles energy right here a little bit, because it's like people always want to think that the earth element is just based on money, finances, and prosperity and stability, which it is. But the earth is more than just the element of earth, is more than just that, especially when you're the Queen of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Pentacles likes the garden, likes earth, likes Mother Earth. She is someone who can just also stop and like smell the roses, right? So I'm just kind of like over here in my garden. I just came from the store a little bit, and I've just been studying tarot. So I just kind of wanted to show you another side of the element of earth. If you look up the religion or the spirituality of Wicca, that is just all earth-based energy. I think another word for it is what, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, is it pantheism? It's like where you're just worshiping the earth. So this is just like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of these, but this is sage right here. Beautiful, isn't it? It's just like, I mean, it's kind of old because of the sun, but you know, it was just fresh not that long ago. But it's still pretty. And then, you know, like these are the flowers that grew from this sage I grew a few years ago. And then I went and took a meditation walk. And these are dandelions. So dandelions are really good for like, sorry for my nail, it broke. I had to redo them. So yeah, I'm gonna redo this video. I'll probably gather, I don't know, maybe I should do a series on like the energies of what certain tarot cards mean. Like, I think that'll be kind of interesting because it would not only be good for me, but it would be good for those people who want to learn it too, and like just for myself. So yeah, the Queen of, you know, Pentacles, she is a woman of both. You know, she has that Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. You know, Capricorn is the oldest earth sign. And so Capricorn is all about being ambitious, paying their bills. They're usually business women, businessmen. But this is about the Queen of Pentacles. They're usually like, earth signs are usually more likely to be the entrepreneurs because they're the hard workers. Out of all the zodiac signs, they're known like the higher vibrational ones, or at least if you have some sort of earth in your chart, you're probably gonna like, if you put yourself in a high vibration, or you're gonna be more of a high vibrational earth sign. So they're the more go-getters, they're the tenacious ones, they're ambitious. You know, they always like to make sure that they're stable. And it's hot out here, so I'm gonna try to get away from the sun a little bit. So that's like what represents. It's about being practical and, you know, making sure that you are not only in the spiritual realm, but you are in the physical realm, making sure that everything is together, you know? You're making sure that, you know, your financial needs are met, the material needs are met, that you have a roof over your head, that the bills are paid, that not only for yourself, but maybe for your family and your children. And what else? This is a woman who is like, she also is a spiritual woman, but like she would probably be spiritual in the sense of like, you know, being practical, being earthy, being earthbound. And she would need proof. Like she would have to go to nature to see the magic. She's not just going to be like a Piscean energy where she just intuitively believes it, where she's like, oh my God, I saw a butterfly, and that's a message from my familiars, she's gonna be like, but how? I need a proof. I need proof. I need to read the books. I need to seek that knowledge. And eventually down the road, she will come to her conclusions on her spiritual path. But it has to make sense to her. It has to be practical. Sometimes it needs to be like solid evidence. And then she'll be like, you know what? I believe. Because it's like usually she would have to go in a situation, She would have to see it with her own eyes. Like seeing is believing and believing is seeing with her. And with Pisces, it's like more like believing is just believing because it's just what I believe. And it's the magic, But either way, it's not a wrong or right way, Every element just has its way of being spiritual, of being practical. And so this is a very earthy woman. This is a very, look at the bee. I don't know, the bee is hardworking. I just saw a bee. So bee means like hardworking and getting work done, being pragmatic, being consistent, waking up at a certain routine, and finishing what you have to do on that routine. Same thing as a garden. Her life is like a garden. She plants her seeds. And every day you go to that garden and you have to get the dirt, you have to get the seeds, you have to get the water, you have to get the fertilizer, you have to make sure the sun is out. You make sure that you have to wake up at a certain time of day to water your seeds. You may not see it on the first day, but then you start seeing it sprout. And the more she waters it, the more that it grows. That's like the earth element, She's a tree. She's rooted in the ground when she's at her most highest vibration. What's a perfect example of Queen of Pentacles? Well, probably a little bit of me. Because even though the Queen of Pentacles is like, I'm a Taurus, so I'm an earth sign, so that is really, what my element represents is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm still a work in progress because in the same way, I'm still the Page of Pentacles, turning into the Queen of Pentacles. I would say I'm more of the Queen of Pentacles on the earthy realm. I'm very earthy because Tauruses are very earthy women. They're like the earth mothers, the earth goddesses when they're at their highest vibration. They're very in tune with Mother Earth. They love to garden. They love to cook. They love to take care of their children, their animals, their family, their household. They, are stable. They're loyal. They're faithful. They're trustworthy when they're at their highest. That's what a Taurus woman is, including the Queen of Pentacles. And what else? They're very reliable, They're very reliable people. But other than that, the earthy side of it is that, a lot of them can be herbalists. They can be witches because witches are from nature. They're from the earth. This is what witches do. They go and they work with herbs and they work with different herbs, not just for the medicinal reasons, which they do, because they're little, herbalists too. A lot of herbalists are witches, it goes hand in hand. and they work with earth medicine. Earth medicine, or they work with like the magic of earth. So they can use this, right? And put this in their candle. They may want to dry this up and make it into a smudge stick, the sage. This is not white sage, but this is, I forgot what it's called. But if you guys know what kind of sage this is called, but I know what I'm talking about. It's still good to wrap up though, especially the flowers. The flowers are beautiful. She's very in tune with the earth, and roses represent love and, more of that passionate kind of more sexual love. And like there's a flower that represents love, but more on like the this is also romantic. This is like more intimate, more passionate, more like sexual kind of love. The way that you would make love to someone, kind of, that's what the rose represents. I think sage also represents love too. But just the color pink though. Let's say the color pink represents romantic love, but not necessarily like having to be like, what do you call it? It doesn't have to be sexual love. It's just romantic, sweet love. But yeah, I think that is it. This is the Queen of Pentacles a little bit. All right. Just to represent what she would look like. This is what she would do. What the Queen of Pentacles would do on a day-to-day basis. She would go and just be in tune with Mother Earth and sometimes stop and smell the roses, or probably pick a couple for her earth medicine, right? So yeah, that's just like a little bit of like the element of earth. I'm probably gonna make some rose water. And yeah, that's about it. Blessed be.